Mike Chavez. Welcome to Late Night Live with Chavez. 165 days in a row of me coming to you live here on this page. And today is the 15th of July 2017. And coming up with a subject tonight, guys, about being unapologetic. So it's a very interesting subject provided by Lewis and Sandra. I appreciate them. And if you guys, hey Lewis, thanks for coming in, bud. If you guys are still interested, if you're still interested in doing a 30-day video challenge, I just want to let you guys know you have, today was the first day of this new video challenge, this new group starting, and you have until Sunday if you are interested. Guillermo, thanks for coming in. Stacy, thanks for coming in. I see a bunch of people coming in. Thank you for sharing, Lewis. Pat, thank you for coming in too. You feel like you know me. Yeah, there's a lot of people that feel like they know me from doing these videos every day. If you go back and you look at some of my really old videos, I really shared a lot. But that's the beauty of this, right? Is us getting to know each other. And that's what it's all about. So yeah, if you guys are interested, if you know anybody that's interested in the video challenge, it's totally free. You get 30 days, you go live every day, and they come up with a topic for you. So they are.
Hi.
Amir wants to say hi real quick. Say hi.
Hi guys.
Okay. If you want to say hi, you have to put a shirt on. You have to put a shirt on. You have to put a shirt on. You can say hi real quick over here, but you don't have a shirt. Look. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay. All right. Okay, guys. The kids wanted to come and say hi. They're up really late. So, okay. So I'm going to jump into the subject here in a second, but you know, on my show at night now, I'm going to start going over a couple little facts and little tidbits that you guys, I don't know if you guys know, but this day on July 15th, 1950, Arianna Huffington was born, and she's the one that is the creator and author of the Huffington Post. I don't know if you guys were aware of that. And also on this day in 1946, July 15th, the actor Forrest Whitaker was born. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but he's a really good actor. And also in this day in 1946, Dr. Spock, I don't know if you guys know who that is, Dr. Spock wrote the Common Sense of Baby and Childhood book. So he's like the child psychologist, child guru guy, right? 1946, on this day, he actually published his first book. I don't know, just a little interesting fact that I wanted to go over with you guys. Okay, so the subject tonight, guys, is unapologetic. And when I was doing my videos in the past, a lot of times, if I wanted to really grasp a word, I wanted to know exactly what the meaning was. And I mean, unapologetic is pretty straightforward, right? Unapologetic means not acknowledging or expressing regret. He remained unapologetic about his decision. Okay, so how do you guys feel about being unapologetic? I mean, do you think that it's ever helped you in your business or your personal life? For me, I think that being unapologetic and being confident in your own skin is the most empowering thing that you could possibly experience. I mean, you know, we do things that we regret, right? We make mistakes, and the good thing is that we don't have to live in that. We have a choice to not dwell on what we've done in the past, and it is a simple choice. And when for me, being unapologetic is not having to ask for forgiveness or explain myself for things that I've done in the past, because the things that I've done in the past, the decisions that I've made in the past, has gotten me to where I'm at today, and I am exactly where I need to be today. And I know in the past when I've done things that I shouldn't have done, that's where I was supposed to be. But this is the thing, guys. We make the best decisions based on the circumstances that we're in at the time. So, I mean, you know, I can't judge other people. I mean, I could sit here and tell a story. I don't like to tell the story, but I could tell a story about what happened with my mom when I was 11 or 12 years old. You know, I was living with my alcoholic stepdad. My alcoholic stepdad couldn't handle me. I was out of control in school, and he gave my mom an ultimatum. He basically told her that he needed to get rid of me or he was going to leave. and she had just had twins. She had my sister. You know, she didn't know what to do, right? And so, I mean, I had a lot of resentment, and I judged her for that. Like, how could you do this to your kid? How could you choose some alcoholic crazy person over your kid, right? Like, you know, but the older I got, the more I realized that she did the best that she can do with what she knew and in the circumstances. So, you know, she'd always feel like she would have to apologize to me. She'd always feel that she owed me something, right? I mean, that's a mom thing too, right? That's a matronly thing. But at the end of the day, you know, I can't judge her. I can't sit there and say what it would be like to be in her shoes. So when I started thinking like that, it screwed me up, guys, for years and years and years and years. It really screwed me up to think that my own mother would choose an alcoholic over me when I was a kid, okay? I mean, it really screwed me up. But once I realized that she was doing the best that she could do, the older I got, the more responsibilities that I got, and me being a parent made me realize that, you know, in that circumstance, in that situation with all that stuff on her plate, I don't know if I don't know if I would have made the same decision or not. So, I mean, I don't know. I can't apologize for me being me. I am who I am. I know that I was created the way that I am. I'm supposed to be the way that I am. And, you know, I've said this before. I mean, I really don't, what people think or what people say about me doesn't affect me. I mean, I care because I care about people. I care what people think, but I'm not going to let it affect me. I can't make excuses for me being me. Once I take responsibility, here's another thing. Once I take responsibility for all my actions, everything that's in my life right now is because of a decision that I made. I can't blame that on anybody else. So when you step into that power of accepting responsibility for who you are in every circumstance, in every situation, you have to be unapologetic. You have to be, because you know that your side of the street is clean. So I don't know. I always try to look within first. So let's see. Deborah, my father was an alcoholic. It was hard, but I know my mom loves me no matter what. Yeah. I mean, it's hard, right? I mean, that's the thing too. You don't understand things, even as adults. We don't understand why things are happening to us when they're happening to us. I mean, you know, we're forgiven. I know in my heart that because I believe in my Creator, I believe that I'm forgiven for all the things that I've done. Okay, but that doesn't mean that we don't have to pay the consequences for our decisions, because people are not going to forgive us like God forgave us. It's just not going to happen. And I know that I only live truly for an audience of one, and that's God. I'm only going to be judged by one person at the end of my life, and that's God. And I always say this too, there's only two people in the world that you cannot lie to. You can't lie to yourself, and you can't lie to God, because you know yourself and God knows you. So when you're not lying to yourself, you're accepting responsibility for each decision that you make. You should be able to have the confidence to be totally unapologetic for everything that you do, especially if you're trying to give back and help other people. So, yeah, being apologetic with your actions, but unapologetic in how you walk. Yeah, that's the thing. That's a really good point, Jim. Karen Craftsman. You can say you're sorry until you're blue in the face, but until your actions show it. And you guys, you know what? You know I'm honest. I'm transparent, right? Okay. There's in relationship to, like, with my wife. I mean, there's been a million things like I promise you I'll get healthier. Oh, I'm sorry I haven't been taking care of myself, or you know, I don't know. I'm sorry I'm arguing, or I apologize for doing stupid things, right? But that's stupid to do that, because when I apologize, it doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean, the words don't mean anything. It's the actions, like Jim said. It's the actions. The actions speak louder than words, and people don't want to hear talk. They just want to see action. That's it. That's the bottom line at the end of the day. Thanks for all the hearts, Lewis. I appreciate you, bro. Okay, real quick, guys. I'm going to run through, and I am going to see who's in here live right now and shout you guys out. So I see Karen Craftsman. I see Lewis Angel Class. First Class RV Adventures. Pat, thanks for coming in. I appreciate you always coming in. Rose, if you're still in here, hello. Thank you so much. Deborah, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you taking the time this evening with me tonight. Tony Figueroa, if you're still here, thank you. James Karen Crossman Weaver, thank you for sharing. I see that. Yeah, James says life doesn't come with a manual, but guess what? It does. Life does come with a manual. It's called the Good Book, because that's the instruction manual for life, in my opinion. Just saying. Let's see here. Thomas, thank you for coming in. Daniel John Barnes, thanks for coming in. Let's see who else is up in here. You guys, thank you so much. Dave Kusera, thank you for coming in, Dave. I appreciate you. Great. If you guys don't know who Dave Kusera is, he's in the live right now. He's a social media expert, and he puts out great content on tips and tricks on how to trick. He has this one video that he just did this week on how to trip up the algorithms on Facebook. It's got like 20,000 views or something ridiculous like that. But Dave's a good guy. He has a lot of amazing content. If you don't know Dave Kusera, go check him out. He's in the stream right now. Nicole, thanks for coming in. Stacy Boyle, if you're still here, thank you for coming in. Guillermo as well, thank you so much. So, I'm going to ask you guys this question. I mean, here, let me get my notes out. I have the question here for you. What do you guys think? Personally, for yourself, do you think you're being unapologetic with the decisions that you're making in your life? Are you taking responsibility for the decisions that you're making in your life and the actions that you're taking so you can be unapologetic? Are you? Drop that in. Let's see. Deborah says, sorry, my phone is cutting out, acting up, so right now. So I'm listening to you. Hey, Rebecca, thanks for coming in. I see you. Asibu, you know English. Okay, so are you guys living a life where you always have to apologize for things that you've done? Here's another thing that I was thinking about too. If you're always in the mindset of apologizing for what you've done, you are going to have this mindset where you're not going to be able to grow and expand and create and come up with new ideas that are positive, because when you're beating yourself up, you got to let it go, right? I mean, how are you going to get to the next level? How are you going to, that's kind of like if you think about, man, I have all these problems. Or do you say, man, I have all these problems? Or do you say, man, look at this opportunity for solutions that I can come up with? It's a paradigm. It's just a little different way of thinking. Do you have problems or do you have solutions? Because I guarantee you, if you say you have problems, you're going to find them. If you tell yourself you're looking for solutions, that's what you're going to find. So, in my opinion, that's just, that's how I feel. So let's say, as long as you're being intentional about what you do. Nicole says, as long as you're being intentional about what you do, then you shouldn't have to apologize. Yeah, I agree. I agree. If your heart's in the right place and you're being responsible for yourself, and I haven't had to apologize for 165 days in a row. I haven't had any beef with anybody in these videos. That's a crazy thing, guys. I've only been blocked by one person, right? But the funny thing about it is he unblocked me. Because that means he's watching me right now. He doesn't comment, he doesn't do anything, but I know he's watching. It's funny. I'm not even going to get into it, but I don't have to apologize, because I know when I come on here and I do my videos every night, I'm just here to try to add value to you guys and help anybody out that I possibly can. So that's about all I have tonight for you guys. Let's see. Let me look at my notes here. Yeah, that's about it. That's about all I wanted to talk about. Just, actually, let me read this real quick, because this is part of the question here. It says, I once heard that when we are unapologetic ourselves, we break free of other people's standards, and the rules are able to say I can't even read my own writings. We other people's standards and the rules, we are able to, we're able to truly connect with the kind of people that we want to connect with. Do you agree or disagree? So, I mean, like, who makes these rules, right? I mean, like, it's like with my kids, you know, my kids are crazy, 3, 5, and 7. If anybody's ever been, I know, Nicole, you've seen my kids, you've met my kids. And it's like, I don't want to throttle them back, you know. I want them to be kids, and this is the smartest like they're ever going to be in their lives, because their minds are expanding and they're trying to get into stuff. And I've shared this before in one of my other videos, but when I was a little kid, my nickname was Mikey No. I got told no so many times because I was so active and I was wanting to explore and everything. And it's a fine line. It's a fine line between putting boundaries down to keep them safe and not throttling their natural thriving that they want to do with their mind and see the world. So I don't know. That's just, it's a funny thing. So anyways, so glad you're doing the challenge with us. Yeah, I'm glad I'm doing it too, Melissa. I'm glad that I'm involved with you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up because it's super late. And yeah, it was a great little video tonight. Definitely have to take notes because I get these thoughts and I can't really think about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Good night.